So this time, we're diving into something a little different. The ancient myths of Africa, a continent where stories breathe like the wind, and gods walk among people. Long before maps or borders existed, Africa was already alive with legends, tales told around campfires, echoing through deserts, forests, and rivers. Each tribe, each region, carried its own truth about how the world began, and how humans found their place within it. From the sunlit plains of Egypt, to the deep jungles of Congo, and the mountains of Ethiopia, these myths aren't just old stories. They're reflections of how people saw nature, power, and the spirit of life itself. And just like the myths of Indonesia, African mythology reminds us that creation, chaos, and balance are never-ending. They keep repeating, shaping the world in unseen ways. In the very beginning, there was nothing. No land, no sky, no sound, just an endless sea of dark water. The ancient Egyptians called it Nun, the chaotic ocean of potential, where time itself had not yet begun. Then, from the heart of that silent darkness, a single spark rose, a radiant light that broke the stillness of eternity. It was Atum, the self-created one, the first god, born from the chaos. Standing on the first mound of earth, Atum spoke his own name, and with that, creation began. From his breath came Shu, the god of air, and from his tears came Tefnut, the goddess of moisture. Together they gave birth to Geb, the earth, and Nut, the sky. But the gods didn't always get along. Nut and Geb loved each other too deeply, so much that the sky and the earth refused to separate. So Atum commanded Shu to lift Nut high above, stretching her body across the heavens, while Geb remained below. From the arch of her body, the first stars were born, and from her womb came the sun god, Ra, the bringer of light and order. Each morning, Are sailed across the sky in his golden boat, bringing warmth and life to the world. And every night, he journeyed through the underworld, fighting back the serpent of chaos, Apophis, to rise again with the dawn. To the Egyptians, this wasn't just a story, it was the rhythm of the universe itself. Light against darkness, order against chaos, life reborn every single day. In the beginning, there was only sky and water. Above, the great god Olodumare ruled the heavens, and below stretched a vast ocean, silent, endless, and empty. The world had no land, no mountains, no life. So Olodumare called upon one of the Orishas, the divine spirits who served him. His name was Obatala, the wise and gentle creator. Olodumare gave Obatala a sacred mission, to descend from the sky and shape the earth. But to do so, he needed three things: a golden chain long enough to reach the waters below, a snail shell filled with sand, and a five-toed hen. Obatala climbed down the golden chain, carrying his gifts close to his chest. When he reached the end of the chain, he poured out the sand from the shell. Then he set the hen upon it, and as the bird scratched and scattered the grains, the sand spread wide, forming hills and valleys. And that was how the first land appeared. The sacred ground the Yoruba call Ife, the center of the world. Proud of his creation, Obatala began shaping beings from clay. He molded arms, faces, legs. But before he could bring them to life, he grew thirsty and drank palm wine. Drunk and unsteady, his hands shaped some figures imperfectly. When he sobered, he saw what he had done, and felt deep sorrow. So he swore to forever protect those born different, because, in his eyes, they were still his children. Olodumare then sent Ogun, the god of iron, to clear the forests and make way for life, and Shango, the god of thunder, to bring fire and strength to the world. Together, they filled the earth with humans, animals, and spirit, each connected by the breath of the same divine source. And so, in Yoruba belief, the world began not from power or violence, but from creation, compassion, and a little bit of imperfection, the things that make life truly human. Long ago, before the world was as we know it, everything slept beneath the waters, silent and waiting. There was no sun, no moon, no sound. Then, from the depths, a figure began to rise. Unkulunkulu, the great ancestor. He was the first being, the oldest of all, born from a single, living reed that grew out of the water. As he emerged, the reeds around him began to move, and from them came more beings, the first men and women of the Zulu people. Together they stepped onto the dry land for the very first time. Unkulunkulu taught them how to live. He showed them how to hunt, to plant, to build homes, and to make fire. He gave names to every creature: lion, elephant, bird, and fish. And through his words, the world became alive. But as time passed, Unkulunkulu grew distant. Some say he became too proud. Others say he simply walked away, leaving humanity to live and learn on their own. And so the Zulu people say that the world was not given, it was taught. Life itself is a lesson passed down from the first ancestor, and every new generation must learn it again. Even today, when elders share wisdom around the fire, they say their words come from Unkulunkulu, the one who rose from the reeds and gave life to the land. Before the beginning, there was only Uma, the great creator, silent and eternal, resting within the infinite darkness of the void. But within Uma's thoughts, the universe already existed, folded into a single glowing seed, a cosmic egg that held everything: the stars, the earth, the sun, the moon, and even the first souls of mankind. When the time was right, Uma opened the egg, and from it came a great spiral of light, the breath of creation. The stars scattered across the sky, and the world began to take shape. Inside that cosmic dance were the Nommo, divine twin spirits, half human, half fish, who brought balance to the universe. They were beings of water and harmony, guides between heaven and earth. But one of the twins grew restless. He broke free from Ima's order, trying to create on his own. His rebellion brought chaos, a rip in the fabric of the cosmos. To heal what was broken, Emma sacrificed one of the good Nommo, and from his scattered body, the universe was restored. Rain fell for the first time, rivers began to flow, and the world found balance once again. For the Dogon people, this myth isn't just about the stars. It's about the rhythm of life itself. They believe that everything is connected: the sky, the earth, the spirit, and the heartbeat of all living things. Even today, when they look to the night sky, they honor Sirius, the brightest star, which they say holds the soul of the Nommo, watching over the world, guiding us back to harmony whenever chaos returns. In the beginning, the sky and the earth were one. The great god Nommo lived close to humankind, so close that people could speak to him, feel his warmth, and even reach up to touch the heavens. But as time passed, humans became careless. They pounded grain so hard that the pestles struck the sky. They shouted and argued, their noise echoing into the heavens. Annoyed and saddened by their disrespect, Nommo slowly lifted the sky higher and higher, until it drifted far beyond reach. From then on, the bond between gods and humans was broken, and the world became quieter, emptier somehow. Yet Nommo's spirit never left completely. He sent his wisdom down through the wind and rain, and later, he sent a gift, a symbol of unity, strength, and soul: the golden stool. One day, a flash of light appeared in the sky, and from it descended the stool, glowing and pulsing like a living heart. It landed softly before Atutu, the first king of the Ashanti people. Nommo's messenger, the priest Okomfo declared that the stool held the soul of the entire Ashanti nation, the sunsum, the shared spirit that binds all people together. It was not meant to be sat upon, but to be honored as the essence of unity and life itself. From that day forward, the golden stool became more than a relic. It was the living heart of a people, a reminder that the divine still walks with us, even if the sky seems far away. And that's the legend of Nommo and the golden stool, a story that reminds us how sacred unity can be, from the sky's distance to the spirit that connects a whole nation. It's proof that even when the divine feels far away, its presence still lives in what we share as humans. If you enjoyed this myth, drop a like, share it with your friends, and tell me in the comments which mythology you'd love to explore next. Maybe from Africa again, or from our own homeland, Indonesia. Don't forget to subscribe, because more untold legends are coming soon.